Happening. I want to talk here about blood rituals. Basically, the Bible says that the life is in the blood. So, in a way, if you partake of blood of even an animal, not to mention a human now who has a soul like you, but if you take the blood of the animal, you take some of its spirit, and it's like basically it like binds to your inside of you spiritually, and you kind of walk around as a curse, like you're cursed by the blood you drink. But this is a practice which you've seen maybe. I've seen it in the movie Red Dawn, where they said the Indians used to drink the blood of this animal. And I'm not completely. I know Indians did some weird things because think about it. You got these people coming into a land of strangers, and there's times when you learn customs from other people, and you might not realize the implications which they had. So it's confirmed that there's blood rituals there, uh, to an extent, even eating of enemies. You know what I'm saying? Which is one of your crazy customs, but it was a custom nonetheless. But you also got like the Mayan. The Mayan would cut out hearts on pyramids. That's a blood ritual. And it says in the Bible, it says that a man that spill blood, a murderer that spill blood, it defileth the land. So it's like these people basically are coming with this Agenda 21, World War III, we're going to kill everyone and be cowboys riding off into the sunset with the chick. When it's like, no, that's the same thing. What happened? Cain was a great farmer until he killed his brother, and then he couldn't even grow anything anymore because it was like his curse followed him. And then here's another thing. Even though Cain deserved to die, it was like his curse was, don't even kill him, let him live so he can live with his shame. You know what I'm saying? So, and all these royal people say they come from Cain. You know what I'm saying? And this is all of blood. It's about the blood. Like God said, his blood crieth out from the earth. And he could see that. And nowadays, it's like, watch Dexter. You look at a crime scene with this blood pattern, and you can tell this ain't natural. Someone was murdered here. The blood of the murderer needs to be, found out, man, to atone for this man who got snuffed out when he wasn't supposed to. But now let's go into this genetic. Why are the cops always trying to get our blood now? You know what I'm saying? This is a form of like necromancy, black magicry. You know what I'm saying? Sorcery. What is it? The cinnabar is dragon's blood mixed with sulfuric mercury. So I mean, there's the Chinese. We're definitely dabbling in blood potions. We got all this vampirery on, entertained to us. I've entertained things like that. Because I grew up in a time where they had this horrorcore genre of rap, so I dabbled in that. So I made scary stories, rap stories, apocalyptic sounding things, because at the time it was just art. I was just entertaining ideas, but I didn't realize you entertain the devil, man, too much. He may appear to you. Not to say that I've ever seen the devil, but I've seen his works in my life, and others' lives around me, and in life in general. Not now, and I realized I shouldn't have been playing around with these ideas. You know what I'm saying? You got Vlad the Impaler. He would kill people, leave them up as a scare tactic against the enemy, and he would drink their blood and dip the blood in bread. Supposedly, there's a Talmudic custom where they kill babies, they stab them in the head with a spike and drain out the blood and make bread with it. And that's your whole cross bun. That's Talmud. That's Tammuz, Queen of Heaven. Then we got let me think. You got vampires. You got zombies attacking people on TV. They're seeking after blood. And then there's the old Indian legend of like people become Wendigo, which is like they become obsessed with murder and eating people. And that was an old American scary tale of people like say someone got kicked out of the tribe and they were out there by themselves starving. It like on Walking Dead again, they started killing humans and eating them, kind of as like and then supposedly they got supernatural dark energy out of this. Let me think what else. There's more to this here. Well, it's funny, I just seen that this guy KJ Osborne made a video about the funny thing about human sacrifice, and he went through all these customs, man, of these human sacrifices around the earth, and he showed Agenda 21 and how it's a giant altar, and there was a blood stain on top of it where it dripped down this blood indentation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they want to do the blood rituals again. You got, oh yeah, there's the one, that woman, the Queen of England or some country, that would take all of her maidens and she would slay them and she'd bathe in their blood because she said it makes her skin better. I'll tell you this, listen, if you ever skin a deer, I mean, you do get some blood on your hands. You know what I'm saying? Or you skin an animal, you get blood on your hands. And it does do something to your hands to where like there's like something gets exchanged through it. So I'm going to say there is something to that, but I don't want to seek that out. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you gotta, if you're butchering something, it's okay. I'm not trying to drink the blood. I'm not trying to keep the blood for any ritual purposes. I'm just trying to get to the meat, get the stuff that you can't eat out, put it into chunks that you can freeze it. Anyway, that's another one of these things. You got the Celts. The Celts would suck out the bone marrow of their own people. They wouldn't even kill the enemy and eat them. They'd eat their own people. You know what I'm saying? So at times, so this is a common thing. Don't cover it up. Don't block it out like it never happened before, or is not still happening, because it is. So just these blood rituals and all this stuff on TV. These attempts to give us some kind of this bloodlust, you know what I'm saying, or bloodthirst. This is all when this started in the earth is when people it's after Noah's time. All the spirits of the beast, of the hybrids before the flood, they were still alive, and then people in the future that never even knew these old things, these spirits started coming to them, teaching them, and before you know it, they were worshiping these things as the gods. There's all your Mother Earth. There's your and what do? They always kill things thinking it helps replenish Mother Earth and the sun. No, it doesn't. That was demons that taught men these crazy traditions, because the demons loved blood. They ate people. They ate humans. They drank their blood. You know what I'm saying? People sacrificed their children to them. So this is where this all truly stems from. When you start seeing these crazy customs of this sort, it all comes from the supernatural demon world, or the fallen angels themselves. So something to take into consideration here. Look into these crazy ritualistic, like vampiric, cannibalistic stuff. It all comes straight from the demons, and this is in the book of Jubilees. You might catch a little piece of it in Enoch, and so if that's you want to know where I heard it from, that's where I heard it from. But it's also in the Bible. Do not do these things. Do not make your children pass through the fire of Moloch.